အခုဆက်ပြီးနော်ဝေးနိုင်ငံကိုရောက်ရှိနေတဲ့မြန်မာအစိုးရငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးဖော်ဆောင်ရေးအဖွဲ့ခေါင်းဆောင်ရထားဝင်ကြီးဦးအောင်မင်းနဲ့ဒီမိုကရက်တစ်မြန်မာအသံညွှန်ကြားရေးမှူးချုပ်ဦးအေးချမ်းတိုင်တို့တွေ့ဆုံမေးမြန်းခန်းကိုထုတ်လွှင့်ပေးပါတော့မယ်။နော်ဝေးနိုင်ငံသားရေးဝန်ကြီးယိုနာဂါစတာရာနဲ့တွေ့ဆုံပြီးတဲ့နောက်အစည်းအဝေးခန်းမတွေကပြန်ထွက်လာတဲ့ဦးအောင်မင်းကိုဦးအေးချမ်းတိုင်ကတွေ့ဆုံမေးမြန်းထားတာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ရှင်။
It's historic meeting with the minister from Myanmar and the Norwegian foreign minister. What is your main discussion for the today meeting?
Well, I think yes, it is an historic event that we receive a ministerial delegation from Myanmar. It's a follow-up of my visit to the country some weeks ago, and we have discussed, I think, a very broad range of issues. But focusing on the minister's special attention, which is the ceasefire agreements with ethnic groups and the follow-up of peace processes to make lasting peace inside Myanmar. And how can the international community, Norway included, support that process? That has been the broad theme. I announced to the minister when he arrived that Norway will be suspending the sanctions beyond the arms embargo. We will be suspending the sanction, which means that we move towards normalization to reward the forces of reform, but also to send a message to the forces who oppose reform that if things go in the wrong directions, things can also change. But now we need to capture this dynamism of change. And I think that a country like Norway, on the very other end of the European Asian continent, we can support in areas where we may have an experience. And the minister has been, I think, a very interesting interlocutor for us to explain these different processes, and with a very open mind on how we can cooperate. And I think we have also been able to explain to the minister that Norway has a certain number of experiences that we can share, and that we would like to see these experiences widely shared among the people according to democratic principles. So we have appreciated this stay as an historic stay and hopefully a stepping stone in our bilateral cooperation.
You talk about the monitoring and making sure the ceasefire kind of go progress. Do you discuss in detail like how the discussion about the ceasefire can be maintained and move forward?
Yes, I think, the approach has been that a ceasefire is a very important event. It's not a stop, it's the beginning of a process. And the next process will be about development, about the benefits of peace, about a number of very complex issues relating to refugees, IDPs, how we can improve living conditions, how we can deal with the most urgent challenges. And our point has been that we need to move fast, and there need to be quick benefits for people to see that peace makes a difference. And I think we have discussed that in some detail.
Okay. Apart from the ceasefire situation, have you discussed any other things like the broader sense about like human rights, democracy, political freedom?
Yes.
For example, like in particular, there are still like political prisoners still being detained in prison. Have you discussed all of those issues as well?
This has been a follow-up from my discussions 2 months ago in Myanmar, and I think these issues are constantly on our agenda, because when we want to send a positive message to the reformers, it's because we want to see more of that reform. We want to see progress on development of political prisoners, on democratic reform, of universal human rights, on economic integration. So all of these issues. But I think we also have to appreciate that everything cannot change at once. So it's the process that we need to support and make irreversible. And Norway can only play a little part in that. But we can also bring others along. And I think now there is a momentum for supporting this change. And as I discussed with Aung San Suu Kyi a few days ago, it's now important to support that process and make it irreversible. And that's our purpose.
And is there any discussion about like Norwegian aid for Burma? like humanitarian aid, development aid?
Yes, we already have humanitarian aid from Norway, following up on the humanitarian disasters that we've had in Myanmar. And we will be ready to support specific projects, specific mechanisms, which can, be seed money to move forward. But that will require a bit more discussion, but we have made a signal of an open mind to that.
Okay, I would now
Please.
talk to the minister. So, when you do the come, the next week, the next week, my body, Diga, Pure Level. So, do the ceasefire case and a Patabiro, who Pure Pure. So, when you know, good dinner is see with my body, Georgia, body, Suri Jatle, Diga Chetty, Georgia, Srali, Chalo, Shimjaliba.
General Lare John Yaro, who peace process Kisava Chipa. General Nangamale, the peace process that Patabio Atika Tawin Tawala. Tariale Alua, Nangano Tamayani, Nangano Tamayu Sound, Sua Poyani, General Town Pira Chipa. Two General peace process at Pateta, General Timapio Java. General Kuta when you be lonely by ma who Diana Poli to Romania, General Pika Yasevi Pipa. Turupian Lapia Kama to do General Luadao who Saudi Sopiame, demanding Lopiame, La Daria Alon ITP refugee stay, Dari Alon, the Lopiama Pete, the Chinili Alon George Malabio, Chilling the Biara Pipa.
Would you go Lara Chamaboli, who that no way generally Manang and so area, no Giga counts down to Dapta Zone J, who Yashi upon generally, Mammy, Nepomia Torema. So the Tamada Asia or the Norway so at Draco, who pay Lare, my message to Sakaru or Shiva Lakabia.
General Suatella Vino Baima, who together no winning and General Mine up Miaikwa with all leve, who General Suatella Chema, Ninika Sassan and the Kunin Polo Yama. Tu Shialeda, the Nanga, together democracy, Sisset Nangan Pipa. Jamu. Dinanga will let General Dwara Kama, Dali General, two usual lady, Misia lady, Tali Mia Shiva. The Mariko let General Lululalane do like that paper. The Yoda Kama let General Dimalu be a sitting here, expert Lemia Divare, Janania Lemia Yopa, General Mata Mekisali, General Loa Mekisayati, Tali Mia General, Tangana Mia Yama.
She's a piro, the Norway so an Elimima so a Jamabono, who she's a piro be Simangani, no Belanja Sapu Shiva like me.
Kuaro General Kizamaro, the Kutujara, no General Yaudanima, section Chopi like there. Who now the Kuaro, no way than you, John Yamaning and Malapuma Piba. Tayung Lapumi Suriaro, General Nini Sasa, Sasan. Sassan and the Kupia Lula Pioluava. Daria to Temuchini.
Okay, so the ceasefire case and Patalopoli, Dalulai made it and big on the Kuba. General the Kiyano, the Monovama, ceasefire Pinevime, the Kichemba Maro, a pit case happily. So Apoma Winji Pioja Malakma.
Oh, Kichembele, General Nangano the Mariani Usomio, leave home your zone at your Somyaniva. Akule. The Mariani who did the poet or Pion low Amesule who Simajet body. Do a 600 Dilushiba. Dali will look for a seaman near Miashiba. General Tenaro Alon, who a simple dame, a Janet Yaman and Yipilame Lutanoa, Yusawa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.